Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, just getting off from work. And like I always say, if you're friends with me on Facebook or I should say following me on Instagram, then you know already what my scent of the day is. It is from the house of Alexandria, and it is 007. So people have been wondering about this fragrance, and my honest opinion on this one, it's fire. It has a little bit of sweetness, has some coffee, some cardamom, some cinnamon and nutmeg. And when you hear those notes, you think gourmand. I don't really get gourmand out of this, although it can kind of slightly lean that way if you think about it. But compared to other fragrances like, let's say Ferragamo's Uomo, which is super gourmandish, it's not that sweet. It does have some sweetness to it, but this reminds me more of a mature, just a masculine, not overly masculine, like over aggressive, but you know, like a gentlemanly masculine, somebody who's sure and confident about themselves, that kind of fragrance. So projection, I got about maybe 2 hours, hour and a half on the slack side, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. 2 hours projection off of my skin. And I did start to not spray my clothes like I used to. I just spray my skin now, so I can give you all a true estimation or guesstimation of what the performance is like. So I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours of projection around the maybe 10:30, 11-ish, somewhere around in there mark is where it actually started to become a close skin scent to where you have to almost put your arm to your nose. Apparently right now I can get a slight whiff of it off of my right arm. My left arm is pretty much gone. Throughout the day, depending on where I was, like a hallway or a door that opens up and the air blows on you, I did get whiffs of it because I did spray the back of my neck and behind my ears. And I didn't do multiple sprays in one spot. I did one spray on both wrists, one spray on each inner elbow, and I did one on the back of the neck and one behind each ear. So usually I'll do two behind each ear and the back of the neck and stuff like that. But one spray on each one of those parts that I just told you about, and I barely used any of it. It did last me a full 8 hours, but like I said, it did turn into a very faint skin scent to where somebody had to be like real close to you to smell this. So it's not bad in performance. I know it may not be what a lot of you are looking for. A lot of you all are looking for those unicorn type fragrances that's gonna last you 48 hours or better, and I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm one of those people who don't mind reapplying if I like something and it's worth reapplying. You know, I didn't spend a lot of money for it. This is just a decant that was given to me. So even if I had an actual bottle, oh man, excuse me guys. Even if I had a full bottle of this, I don't know if I would be like hard pressed not to reapply if need be. It just doesn't really matter to me. As long as I can get at least 5.5 decent hours out of it, maybe 6, I'm cool. But the 5.5 hour mark is okay with me. I don't mind reapplying. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but it is what it is. That's your opinion, and you know, I respect that. It is what it is. So that's about all I have for this one. Is this bottle worthy from Alexandria? I think it is. But for some people, including me, for a 30 ml bottle or 60 ml bottle or whatever size that the Alexandria fragrances come in, I don't think $60 is worth a 30 ml bottle, not in the least bit. Some may agree, some may disagree, but I still think that if you can get this at a decent price, yes, this is bottle worthy. Smells great. I have no complaints about it myself. No compliments while wearing this today. And the days that I do get compliments from fragrances, I wish I had like a body cam on or something so I can show you all what happens or what is being said to me when I wear certain fragrances. Because I know sometimes it's hard to believe and trust in people when they tell you things, because they can sit in front of a camera or a phone and tell you any damn thing and expect you to believe it. And some people are gullible enough to believe certain things. I'm not one of those people who's going to sit and lie to you and, you know what I'm saying, put my integrity on the line and, you know, risk you guys and gals not trusting me anymore. That's just not me. And another thing, I'm thinking about a name change. I've been thinking about it for a while. I did talk to a certain person about this. Well, they brought it to my attention, but this is something I had already thought about some time back. But thinking about a name change. So if anybody can come up with a decent name for your boy and I choose that name, I will give away something. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say if it's a full bottle presentation of something or is it going to be a decant of something, but there will be something that will be given away if the name that you suggest is being used. I have an idea of what I think I'm going to go with. I just have to research it some. But I do want to give you all the chance to give your 2 cents. I do understand that fragrance companies get a little weary when it comes to the name Mr. Cheap Scents, because most of the time these fragrance companies' fragrances aren't cheap. Even if they are cheap or inexpensive cost-wise, they don't want the name out there that their fragrance is cheap or, you know, not worth the money or something like that. So I get it. I get it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And it's just something I'm thinking about. I'm not saying that I'm actually going to do it right now, but I am thinking about it, and suggestions are welcome. Please do not come in the comment section with all that cheesy, playful stuff. I'm trying to take this serious and do what I need to do to help better the channel and, you know, go in a positive direction. It's just certain perks that I'm not getting, and it could be, for one, due to my name and what it is, Mr. Cheap Scents, and a lot of companies don't want to be affiliated with something being cheap or, you know, whatever, which is kind of lame to me. That people go that far. It's just a name. It has nothing to do with the fragrance itself. You know, you can find higher end designer fragrances sometimes at discount stores, so I don't see what the problem is, but it is what it is. But that's what I'm leaning towards right now. If you all have any suggestions on what my new channel name should be, I'm all ears, and everything is welcome and appreciated. So with that being said, from the house of Alexandria, this is 007. It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Scents. Peace. Oh, and Sam Broom, I'm not trying to steal. I'm not trying to swagger jack or steal your thing with you doing it in the car. I'm just, personally, I don't want to go home, have to set up my phone and do all this extra stuff. When I walk out the building, I can just put my phone on the stand, and just do my video and go about my business. Once I get home, I can just jump into bed and whatever. So shout out to Sam Broom. You're doing your thing, my friend. Shout out to everybody in the fragrance community under the umbrella. I'm not going to sit here and call off everybody's names like I always used to do. I'm not doing that anymore. If I feel like I want to say somebody's name, then that's just what it is. But for the most part, you all know who you are. Small Fry Squad and all that other good stuff. I'm out. Peace.